My name is Alfonso Maquilan. I am a Salesforce consultant for Deloitte Consulting Philippine Delivery Center. So I graduated 2016 with a computer science degree, and then I joined Accenture and they assigned me to the Salesforce department. Salesforce is actually the start of my software development career. Take note that I was a fresh graduate then, so it was just to go to work, after graduating, we're gonna go to work, and then I was assigned to Salesforce. And by the time that I was in my second year, I started thinking, maybe I should, let's take this seriously. And then after one more year, after some excellent feedback from my superiors, I was thinking, this can get better. Now it's about having a goal, defining the steps on that goal, and then just executing on each step in an excellent manner, and then ultimately achieving the goal, and then going to the next goal. I remember I had a conversation with one of my friends, also a colleague. We were talking about the Platform Developer 2 certificate and how it only a handful of Accenture employees had them in the Philippines because that certificate is really difficult. Passing is 70%, and you need four super badges. I think the difficult part is the coverage. In Platform Developer 2, the coverage is big. We had declarative programming, and then coding, and then the data model, the schema, all of those things. So the challenge for me there was really the size of the coverage. So I was really proud when I was able to get that. Beginning of the day, there's a stand up to discuss what have you accomplished the previous day, what are you planning to do now, and then there it goes again and again until we finish. I think the sprint, so it's divided into sprints, right? And then after we finish the sprint, we plan for the next sprint, and then again and again until we finish the project. So I started using Focus on Force on my fifth certificate, the platform developer tool. So before I started using this, I already had admin, advanced admin, platform developer one, and app builder. So with platform developer two, I thought to myself that Trailhead and its documentations will not be enough anymore, especially because of how difficult this certificate is. The first recommendation on Google was Focus on Force, so I took a look at it and the content was great. In Focus on Force, they have illustrations to really show that this is what it does, this is what this functionality does. And, with illustrations, it's easier to grasp concepts since you won't have to read text again and again and again. From there on, then, I started using Focus on Force from Platform Developer 2, JavaScript Developer 1, the architect certificates that you have, also all the consultancy certificates. Yes, definitely. So number one, having those 12 certification in my resume helps me stand out. Usually recruiters, that's just one part of the screening process for them. And second, it has helped my skill set grow from certificate to certificate so that when I'm faced with the situation presented in the certification exam, when I'm faced with those situations in real life, I can give the most optimal solution. Being able to communicate is really essential, not just in your career but in everything else, because that's relaying information to everybody else, to the people around you. So it's a really, really crucial part of not just our career but our life. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Learn from others, and then go at it at your own pace. You don't need to chase someone, or you don't need to try to be in competition with someone. Because I think humans are generally competitive, right? But just relax, take it one at a time, go at it at your own pace, have a plan, and then follow up on that plan. In Focus on First, there's a planner, right? So there's a time frame. You can set a time frame for when you're gonna take the certificate. So let's say I set it 1 month from now, and then maybe after 2 weeks, I was able to go through all the content and all the exams, sample exams, and then I get excited, right? I get excited. I think it's important and crucial to keep it in the middle, just relax, not too high, not too low on yourself.